Hi, I'm Tony Mitidiero with Remax Synergy, and today I thought it would be helpful to learn a little bit more about the mortgage process. After all, the money side of the business, nothing takes place until the money changes hands. So it's very important, and using a well-qualified, successful mortgage originator to guide you is probably paramount to a seamless transaction. So we're going to go interview one of the most successful mortgage originators I've ever met, a fellow by the name of Sam Sharp. We've done a bunch of business together. He's with Guaranteed Rate. He's done a great job for my clients, and we've kind of become personal friends as well. So this should be sort of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I think you'll enjoy meeting him. We're here on Guaranteed Rate's rooftop in Chicago, North Ravenswood. And it's a beautiful location. I'm sitting with Sam Sharp, who I mentioned a little bit on the way up here. Out of the last 13 years in the mortgage business, 10 of those last 13 years, Sam has ranked in the top 200 in the United States of America, ranked by the Scotsman's Guide. In 2013, he was ranked number 67 in the United States of America. I think it's a huge accomplishment, but there was a lot more behind that. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to us Sam Sharp. And Sam, thanks for taking the time to meet with us today. I do appreciate it. I know your time is highly valuable.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Number 67. You're shocked he has the time to sit here. But before we get started, where are you from? Because I think you've got kind of a unique story. So go ahead and fill us in on where did you come from?
Well, actually, originally I'm from Colorado. I moved out to Chicago about 17 years ago. I was pursuing a career in music. I was actually touring all over the country, playing in all 50 states, and I was coming here to pursue a little bit of a different path than what I ended up on. Although I do still play music a lot. So I moved here to Chicago. It was important for me to find a job between tours that would allow me the freedom to make my own schedule. You've had experience in the mortgage industry. You know that in this business, we can make our own schedules, which sometimes is a blessing and a curse, because for those of us who are in the industry and do a high volume of business, we all know that tends to lead to working even more than you normally would if you had a normal schedule.
So I'm guessing you came here, the man came here, was on tour, and happened to fall into the mortgage business. And I've seen some pictures of you then. You were definitely the rock and roll kid.
Absolutely. So
the rock and roll kid falls into the mortgage business. Now you're this giant success. How did you become successful at it? What did you do that was different than what a zillion other guys I've seen have done?
Well, I think that actually one of the things that I've always found is that the music business is not all that different than the mortgage business. They're both areas where you're involved with people. They're social. I've always been a person who likes to talk to people. Now, a lot of people are social, but maybe they don't have success in certain careers like this. I think for me, it was a mixture of, not only was I socially interactive with people and I enjoy talking to people and getting to know them, but at the same time, I was also driven by, I'm a highly competitive person. This is something that you'll find that is not unique to myself. A lot of loan officers are very competitive, and in the position, I feel if you're going to do something, you should, you got to give 110%. When I got involved with the mortgage business and I started, kind of found my flow and the way that I would approach things, I started making sure that I was treating everyone, equally, not just looking for the commission, not focusing on the dollar. One of the things I think that is important in this industry is I've always been in a position where I focus on the relationships. You focus on your business. If you improve your business and you focus on making sure that people are happy, then the rest of that comes. The success comes along with that, because you're in a position now where people are passing your name along, and that essentially what I did from the very beginning. Is I started treating people in a manner that I wanted to be treated, and relating to them as a person. I mean, these financing, it's numbers, but it doesn't have to be impersonal. It doesn't have to be broken down to what do we see on your paycheck. It's more so, what is this person looking for? What can we do to help them and help them accomplish their goal? What is their goal? What are they looking to do? So I focused on the relationship straight from the beginning. Another thing I think that was key in my success and in growing my business, and still is I always say this: if you want to succeed in this business, answer your phone, call people back. If you're available and you actually follow through when people try to reach out to you, then you'll find that that's a huge help in becoming successful. Because
that's hilarious. I have to interject. In 2009, the real estate business was turned on its ear, and I happened to be managing a real estate brokerage, and I didn't know what to do to increase sales. And I held a sales meeting, and my great idea for everyone, all the agents, what they should do was answer the phone. So I thank you for the validation there.
Absolutely,
It definitely worked. Now that you've built this volume, how do you support it? You're at guaranteed rate. What is the structure of the company to support a large, I mean, you're doing a couple hundred loans a year.
Yeah, we did 500 loans last year.
500 loans last year. So how do you support that while keeping the relationship as the of utmost importance? How do you not lose the relationship and do 500 mortgages?
I owe it to my team. I think that one of the most important aspects with any business, especially if you're focusing on volume, is being able to maintain the level of service that as if you have one client, but to be able to translate this to, my pipeline can reach anywhere from 120 to 200 loans at one time. Because not everyone closes right in that month. Some of these are further out. So I have an amazing team of individuals who support me, and they actually, everyone. It's a lot like a football team. I'm the quarterback. Everyone has their role. We run our plays, the different plays or the different loans that we're processing.
I like the part where we do the touchdown.
Yeah, the touchdown works best.
Touchdown's fun.
Field goal's not bad as well, but because that's the follow-up referral, if you will.
The follow-up referral
Exactly.
is the field goal. That's good.
We like the field
okay.
goal. But so I have, essentially within my team, I have 6 people who work with me on my team, and the way that we process the loan, everyone has their designated role. Everyone has their responsibilities to take the loan from start to finish. As far as the relationships with the clients, the actual structure, and putting everything together, that's my role. That's what I do.
I was gonna say,
team.
you're pretty much in touch.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've had clients that have worked with you that have been like, yeah, I don't really know Sam. You're kind of the guy that they talk about. I mean, is your phone ringing nonstop?
Absolutely, yeah. The phone rings consistently. And I have an assistant. Jason, my assistant, is amazing. He's really come along to where he speaks with my voice. He knows how we're consistent with the way we handle our business, so he knows how to assist and to help people. I mean, again, one of the key aspects is being personal with your clients, and showing them that that we understand that there's a person in this transaction. This isn't just numbers. This is a way for us to communicate. So Jason's really good at communicating with my clients in a very similar manner. And the reason why I mention it is because if I'm talking to one client and someone else calls, my phone will ring to Jason. Jason will be able to go through and talk with people. So we always have people available. And of course, if someone doesn't if they don't reach me and they leave a message, I'm sure as you've seen, I'll usually respond within a few minutes. I try to get back to people, because again, I feel that it's key to communicate with people and to give them 5 minutes can save them hours of worrying.
What about documentation? Now, I've noticed the business has changed a lot in terms of how you communicate information to your mortgage professional. We have a myriad of different ways that you can communicate to a mortgage guy today. One of the things that I've found unique to your business is, well, one, the website, and 2, getting documentation back because you're doing stuff all over the place. How are the different ways somebody can communicate their data with you? Because it seems like that's probably got to be one of your competitive advantages. It's very easy for people to get information to you and back from you and all that. How does that work?
Fortunately, Victor, the owner of the company, he's been heavily focused on trying to revolutionize this business, and literally that's what he's doing. He's gone through and implemented systems through technology that have allowed us to make things more convenient for our clients. You mentioned our website. Within our website, we have an online application, and this is not your standard run-of-the-mill application where someone just puts in their their basic info, and and they'll get a call back. Our system that we put in actually allows the clients to enter all their information in and run, and we'll actually pull their credit for free and then it goes through and it runs their information through the automated underwriting system.
Wow.
All loans go through an AUS system.
We used to be charged $50
Right.
every time we did that, by the way. That would cost the house that I worked for $50 every time.
Absolutely.
So that's huge.
Yeah, so a client can go through at their convenience. You know, it can be Sunday at midnight, and they're trying to, you know, they want to, they're thinking about, they can't sleep because they want to buy this home. Well, they have the opportunity to go through my online application, enter their information, and provided they entered everything correctly, they'll get an actual response and approval right there.
It's
15
real.
minutes. It is absolutely real. It's not, this is, you know, unless, of course, they've misrepresented their
Well,
information.
right. The key to these online applications is inputting the correct data, and that's up to the borrower to do. But what you're saying is if you're giving them the right information, they're going to get a usable report back,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And usable information. I've noticed that's been helpful, but for some of the folks who maybe aren't that savvy,
Right.
probably not watching this video anyways, but if you happen to be, you're still able to service them just as we always did as well.
I mean, I would say that I'd probably still take 75% of my applications either in person or over the phone.
Okay.
You know, we do utilize the technology. It's been great for the people who want it, you know, who want access to this. But I really do enjoy talking with my clients and going through and you know, walking through what they're looking at and their information. This is something that's always been it's always been instrumental to succeeding in this business and giving that personal touch. So for those people who don't want to use the website or go through the online application,
you're available.
I'm available. Give me a call. You know, and it seems to work really well that way.
Now, after somebody's been approved and they go through your system, they're ready to go. We've had a lot of successful closings.
Mm-hmm.
You have a full closing department that does a great job of wrapping up the files, and you've always done a good job of staying in contact. You mentioned the fun in the relationships, and actually when we met, we actually agreed not to ever do any business together because we liked each other so much. We were like, we don't want it to get in the way. And we've had a lot of fun doing some transactions together. Like I said, if you're working with me, you're probably going to possibly get put in touch with Sam at some time. And on the fun side of things, we did get here on the day that we've got a cookout going on.
Yeah, you can see our chefs in the background.
I think we planned this intentionally, and I'm pretty hungry. So my contact information, Sam's contact information is below. Both of us are always happy to, you know, just answer any questions. If you have questions, give us a call, an email, a text message, right?
Absolutely.
You're available a zillion different ways. So thank you for spending the time with us. I'm hungry. Maybe they have, you know, burger left over here for me.
Well, I think we can manage to feed you. So.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.